there is Osira hidden in the crowd in disguise, watching the proceedings, and her heart is absolutely breaking. That this man that she pinned her hopes on to be truly the revolutionary figure that she assumed he was by getting to know shiny pure consciousness through Ruby the robot, she realizes, wait, there's this 55-year-old guy who's long past his due date on being a rebel. And instead of standing up in front of an open microphone in front of the world and saying the one thing that an artist like this could say, which would cleave the society in half and institute the revolutionary change that she and many of her generation or after, instead he takes a pass because he's more into self-preservation than being a sacrificial lamb once more, by the way, not anew, once more. He's already been a sacrificial lamb. He's already suffered, but that doesn't mean anything to her. He's standing there. He has an open mic. He takes a whiff. So song 3 on Act 3 is Osira's song. Osira's never met Shiny. Shiny, the real human being, is standing in front of her on a stage, and she's super disappointed in someone she's never met because in her mind, she thinks she knows Shiny because she's met Shiny, pure consciousness Shiny, and wouldn't we all like to be pure like Shiny and the robot? So she's super disappointed in the human, and she's made the decision that her heart is broken and he's blown it all. So that's what this song's about. You only have to stand on all these shows I did in the 90s into the 2000s to know what it feels like to be suddenly in the set of a show that you've watched or grown up watching, and boom, the lights hit, and it's like, here's your 3 minutes, go. It's a weird feeling. So I'm trained to be the canary that sings on cue. In this case, Osira has an expectation that the canary she expects Shiny to be will sing when the light hits him, and he doesn't. So she's super disappointed in her version of the canary. So it's a play on the idea of bullet with butterfly wings, rat in the cage, but it's also a play on the idea that even to this day, after 35 years in showbiz, I still meet people with great routine who expect me to act in a particular way because they, given the information that they've received either through media, watching videos, listening to music, they kind of have a story in their mind of how I will behave. And if I don't behave that way, it's a problem. Young Osira looking at Shiny, who's, by the way, just stepped out of a spaceship. He doesn't even know what the heck's going on. And she's so built this story up that Shiny's going to be the savior of her world, not the world it is. The world we eventually figure out is going to go on with or without us. But when we're young, we think we have some sort of deeper say in that. And you could certainly argue that's a worthy perspective, and it is helpful. And I have praised that perspective. But in this particular instance, this young person's projecting on Shiny, you got to be this certain way. You got to do this certain thing. And the minute Shiny doesn't do it, now she's disappointed. So the canary trainer leans heavily into Osira's disappointment.